up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good today. So I'm finally back from vacation with some more new stuff from Makartt to show you guys. By the way, don't mind my nails in this video. They're looking super ratchet. It's long overdue for me to do my nails since I've been on vacation. I'm wearing like some little press-ons by like Kiss, so yeah, try to ignore that. But we're going to tighten those up in the video anyway. But yeah, these are the Makartt Duets. They're like little gel polish sets. They come with 2 in a pack, and this is what the bottle looks like. It's like that new square bottle design. And here are some of the other colors that they sent me. I'll be swatching them all for you guys because I'm only going to be using like 3 of the duets and then 1 from another one, but I want you to see like all the colors in case you guys, you know, like some of the ones that I didn't use in the video today. I wish I could use them all, but yeah, I don't have that many fingers. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start swatching them. I tried to speed it up so it didn't take too long, but I really want you guys to see how they perform and everything. So the first duet is Scarlet and Blanc, and then we have Scarlet and Blush Pink, and the one after that is going to be Mocha and Latte. One thing about these polishes is that they're meant to cover your nails in one coat, and with that being said, they're super thick. It took me a minute to get used to them. You definitely do have to like wipe your brush off a few times when you take it out of the bottle, just because they're so thick, and that's why they're so pigmented in like one coat. So yeah, definitely wipe your brush off like a few times. The shimmery ones aren't like as thick as the ones that are like solid color, but yeah, definitely wipe that brush off because they are super duper thick. But I like the fact that you can just paint your nails in one coat and that's it. And I did go ahead and stop and cure them. By the way, the shimmery set is called Rouge and Violet. The one after that I'm swatching is called Nude Pink and Lilac Gray. I really love all the color combinations, and it really goes to show that you really do not need to spend a lot of money on gel polish these days. These are pretty affordable. I believe they're like $9.99 a set, and like the quality is like out of this world. Like I have never ran into a gel polish really that I could just paint my nails in one coat. It's literally so crazy, and you'll see when I'm using these in the video how they're just so pigmented with one coat, even on my long nails, because you guys know I normally like to wear really long nails, and still one coat and they're crazy pigmented. So the next set is called Light Pink and Sky Blue. I'll be using that one in the video today. That is one of my favorites. It kind of reminds me of like cotton candy or something. The next set is Lavender and Light Teal. This is another one of my favorites that I'll be using in the video today. I pretty much just picked all of my favorite ones and kind of just you know, decided to use those on my nails in the video today. And the set after that is going to be Yellow and Tea, which I'll also be using in the video. So those are the 3 that I'll be using on my nails. And I also used Blanc from the Scarlet and Blanc duo set. But yeah, it's so crazy how pigmented these are. Like seriously, look at how crazy that is. And you have to cure these in your lamp for 60 seconds. And with them being so thick, they don't like bubble up or anything or get wrinkled, which is really crazy. So the last 2 are Nior and Gray, and then this last one is Wine and Chocolate. I feel like this last one is the perfect fall duo. They just give me like really fall vibes, these colors, and I really love the color Chocolate that I'm swatching right now. It's a really pretty like caramel nude shade. I really love that. I can't wait to use this one in the fall. It's definitely one of my favorite type of fall colors. And I did go ahead and cure these all to show you guys, and I did top coat them with just a Makartt top coat that I already have. But this is what they all look like with one coat. They're so nice, and they're not too thick or anything, even though the polish is thick. I really like them. So definitely check the links down below, and I have my discount code, which is 15% off if you guys are interested. And now we're just gonna go ahead and jump into the tutorial. Don't mind my fingers. Like I said before the video, I always end up like hurting myself somehow, but this time it's really funny. Like I almost don't even want to tell you guys, but I just have to because I was just laughing so hard at myself at what I did. Like, I literally glued my two fingers together. Like, what is wrong with me? Like, seriously. It's almost like somebody in the universe just does not want me to be great, because every time I go to film a video, something always happens. But yeah, it was not really that bad, but I just don't want you guys to be like zoomed into my cuts on like 4K. Just like, I don't know, it does something to me. I don't really like that. So yeah, I figured I would just put like some band-aids on them. But I was just laughing so hard because my fingers were like stuck together, and I just like looked at my son and we like burst out laughing. Like, I was trying to pick up a box earlier in the day from Amazon, and the press-on nail that I had came off, and I went to go glue it back on, and somehow the glue ran down the nail because I wasn't really paying attention. And yeah, I glued my freaking fingers together. Like, really? Anyways, but you know what? I'm still going to make it either way. So yeah, as you can see, I did prep my nails off camera as always, and I do have a little bit of nude acrylic on my nails, just to have something to file down to. I'm sure you guys already know that, but yeah, I changed them a lot. That's why I do that, in case you didn't know. And I did go ahead and apply my dehydrator and primer and a layer of base gel, since this is an all gel set. And now I'm just painting the base on all the tips of the nails. At first I was going to do an ombre, so that's why I'm kind of painting them like this. And then I decided to switch to like a French nail. I don't know why, I just like changed my mind a lot for some reason. But yeah, on the pointer finger I applied the color lavender, and then the middle finger teal, the ring finger blush pink, and then I have yellow on the pinky. And I made sure I cured that for 60 seconds. And now I'm using this nude polygel from Gershon, from their nude polygel kit. It's like the perfect nude polygel. Like, it's literally almost gone. That's how much I use it. I've used this color a lot on my channel. I just find it to be the most perfect nude shade for like anyone, really. So I apply a little bead of that, and I'm going to be using this to make the French nail beds. And I know the color from the polish is not like up the sides of the nail. Off camera I did go ahead and take like a little detail brush and just like kind of like painted up the sides, you know, just to fill in those empty areas. Like I said, I was going to do an ombre before, but then I changed my mind. So yeah, I'm using some slip solution, and I'm just kind of like using my brush to form the polygel into the shape of a nail bed. And I kept getting little hairs in my polygel. It was like literally driving me nuts. I hate when that happens. But yeah, if that happens, you can just like, you know, use the brush to take them out. But yeah, I always like start by the cuticle, and then like, you know, I pat side to side, and then I start using the brush to like take in the sides and like kind of round off the edges to form the shape of a nail bed. It's kind of hard to explain, but you can obviously see what I'm doing in the video. And then I just cure them in place. Sometimes if you feel like your nail beds aren't like perfectly straight, you can always take a hand file and just go in and like, you know, tighten up the shape a little bit before you move on. I just leave it how it is because I feel like they're pretty fine the way they are. They don't have to be like literally so perfect or anything like that. So yeah, I'm gonna do this on all the nails and then cure in my lamp for 60 seconds. Alright, so now I'm going to be taking my little palette and just placing the colors that I'm going to be using to do like the yin-yang design on the palette. And as you can see, isn't it crazy how that one coat literally covered my long nails like it was nothing? And the good thing about these polishes is that even if you have a darker color down first and you draw on top of it with a lighter color, the color will still show up. That's how pigmented these polishes are. You can't really do that with a lot of regular gel polishes, because if you have a darker color underneath and you try to paint like a lighter color over it, you'd probably have to go over it a few times if it's even possible, which, like, wow, I'm just like really impressed by these. So yeah, the theme today is yin yangs. I thought it would be a really good idea because, you know, yin yangs, it's kind of like a duo. So I figured like the Makartt Duets, and you got the two colors and everything. So yeah. So on this nail, I'm going to be doing the purple color and the teal color. So I'm basically just drawing like a little, I don't know what you would call it, just like a little design going up the side of the nail, kind of like squaring it off at the tip and then making it go kind of in a slant up the nail, how like a yin yang would, but I'm not doing it all the way up the nail, just kind of like at the tips of the nail. And I did go ahead and decide to draw the dots on the nails after this. And I only drew one because I was planning to do something else, but like I said, I change my mind all the time, and I actually ended up just redrawing the dots after I filed and everything, but we'll get to that part later on. But yeah, I always just start by outlining like where I'm gonna draw, and then I kind of like fill them in. A little does go a long way with these polishes. Even when you're using the detail brush, they still are pretty thick. And like I said, see how I have a darker color on the base and I'm going in with this really light color, and it's just so pigmented that just in one coat it's like fully pigmented. Like, look at that, like it's just amazing. But yeah, so I'm doing that and flash curing as I go along to make sure I don't hit my nails or anything, because yeah, if we haven't figured it out by now, I have a tendency to do stuff like that. Okay, so as you can see, I am making a dot on the nails like how a yin-yang would be. Originally, I was going to do one dot in a rhinestone, but when I actually got to that part, it didn't really look right, so I decided to change it up after I filed, like I said. But I left this part in just to show you guys, I guess. I'm using a dotting tool and basically just dipping it into the color that I'm using, and then just making a little dot onto the nails. It's really simple, and then I'll just be curing those. Now I'm going to go ahead and encapsulate all of the nails. I'm using a clear polygel from Beetles. I would have preferred to use my Makartt clear polygel for this set, but I don't really have any at the moment, so I kind of had to use this. This is kind of like their newer formula. Usually their clear polygel is pretty runny. This one is more firm, which I do like about it. It's just not as clear as the Makartt one. And it was kind of giving me a little bit of issues on my nails. I think maybe because I was using the Burano slip solution. For some reason, when I use too much of that, it kind of makes streaks in my nails. So, but you guys can't really tell on camera. I can tell in real life. So yeah, I would have preferred to use my Makartt because it's super clear and I don't really ever have any issues with it. But whatever, we just gotta make it work. So yeah, usually I just squeeze the polygel out right onto my nails, and then just start patting it in place. You could use a little scraper tool to apply it, but I just prefer to kind of like squeeze it onto the nail already in the form with the rounded end by the cuticle, and then I just kind of like start by the cuticle and I brush side to side all the way down the nail, and I make sure I go in and smooth my nail out before I cure my lamp, because sometimes part of your nail can be higher than the other. As you can see by the apex area, was a little more bulky, so I'm brushing the polygel down some more to make it a little more even. This just helps when you go to like file shape and buff, so you don't have like so much extra filing to do. And that's the good thing about polygel, you have that time to work with it. It doesn't like dry on its own. You have the time to work with it before you cure it in your lamp. So yeah, I'm pretty much just doing this for every nail. If your brush does get sticky, you can always add more slip solution and soak it in the slip solution for a little while, and that should get it like going good again. So yeah, I'm doing this for every nail, and I'm gonna cure for a full 60 seconds before I go to file. And I do make sure I cleanse the nails with alcohol after curing to get that tacky layer off. Okay, so now I'm going to quickly shape up the nails. As always, I'm using my Melody Susie dust collector and my Makartt Geneviere nail drill with a medium grit ceramic drill bit. I'm just quickly like smoothing over the nail. These aren't like super thick or anything, so I'm just going over the cuticle and just smoothing out the nail. And I do go along the sides to make sure that, you know, I get the product off the sides. It just helps, you know, debulk the nails even more, so that when I go in with my hand file, I'm not sitting there filing forever and a day. And I do make sure to file underneath the nail just to get out like any extra plastic from when I went to shape up my nail tips, or like if there's any polygel under there, just make sure you file everything off. You want it to be like super clean under your nails. Next, I'm going to take my cuticle bit and just go around the cuticle area just to clean up around the cuticles and seal around the cuticle. I really love using cuticle bits for this. I don't ever get lifting ever since I started using one, so if you guys never tried a cuticle bit and you've had issues with lifting, I highly recommend that you get a cuticle bit because it changes the game for real when you do nails. This one is from Dashboard Beauty. Normally I like to use this one that is from Mccart, but I accidentally broke it. It's a ceramic one. I do have like everything I use for nail prep and like drill bits and stuff linked in my Amazon store, so if you are interested in those bits, definitely check the description box. And now I'm just going to shape up the nails. For these nails, I'm doing a tapered square because I felt like it was, you know, a better shape for this design. So I'm gonna hold my file straight to kind of get some of the bulk off of the middle of the nail, and then I'm going to angle my file in to taper in the tip, which gives you that tapered square shape. But don't file it in too much if you want to keep, you know, the square shape. Otherwise they'll look more like coffin shape. But if that's the look you're going for, then, you know, obviously do that. But if you're trying to do the tapered square, don't file it in too much, only a little bit. And I do kind of take my hand file and like file over the surface of the nail if I feel like I missed any bumps or anything with my drill. It just helps to further like shape up the nails and make them look nice and crisp and everything. After that, I will be taking my buffer and buffing over the surface of the nails to make sure that I get out any scratches. You always want to make sure you get all the scratches out of your nails before you go to top coat, because like little imperfections like that and stuff will show through on your top coat and it will kind of like ruin your end results. Alright, so to finish up the design, I'm gonna go ahead and redraw the dots. When I encapsulated the nails, I feel like they kind of got lost, and then I kind of decided to just change what I was doing overall anyway. So for example, on this nail, I'm drawing a purple dot, like where I have the blue part of the nail, and a blue dot where the purple part of the nail is, if that makes sense. You know, kind of like a yin-yang is, where they're like opposite colors, and then the little dot is the same color as the opposite side. So I'm doing that on all of the nails. And like I said, you just use a dotting tool. This is a pretty large dotting tool, and you just want to make sure you clean it off, obviously, before you dip it back into another color so that they don't mix together. And like I said, I'm doing the opposites, and I'm going to cure that. Then I'm going to go in and top coat all the nails. I'm using a top coat from Mccart, and I'm just top coating all the nails. I'm going to be placing some bling into the top coat because I'm not going to keep these on long. If you do want to keep yours on long, make sure you use like something that's going to hold the stones for longer and be longer lasting. I just don't see a point in doing that if I'm not going to keep them on long. It's just like a waste of money to use anything really expensive unless I was going to keep them on for a while, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm doing that. On the middle finger and the ring finger, I'm going to be like outlining where the yin-yang is, like the line separating the two colors with bling. And then I'm going to be applying some bling around like the nail bed area on the pointer finger and the pinky. At first I was gonna leave it the way I did, and I did end up adding more stones off camera. So in the next clip you're going to see like more stones. I have some little stars, moons, and teddy bears. I'll try to link them down below if I can find them, but I just thought it went really good with the set because it's like a yin-yang set, and I figured, you know, the moon and the stars and the teddy bear just because it was cute. And now I'm just going to take that color Blanc from the Scarlet and Blanc gel polish set and outline like where the two colors separate on the pointer finger and the pinky. I felt like the yin-yang design kind of got lost, maybe because I outlined it on the other two nails. So to bring everything back out, I feel like the white outline just really did that. This set turned out a lot differently than I originally planned, but I do like it. I think it's really unique, and this is the finished look. I hope you guys like them. Let me know what you think in the comments and what your favorite colors are from the Makartt Duets. Also, if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified when I do upload a new video. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Love you guys.